glass, rain threads the narrow lane. Inside, the workshop listens to its own wood. A lamp burns beneath a green shade. Its circle rests on the central bench. Everything beyond it waits in amber shadow. The front door is locked with a brass key. A velvet curtain covers the lower pane. Water beads along the upper glass. Across the room, shelves climb to the ceiling. Cases of walnut, oak, and black lacquer stand shoulder to shoulder. Their dials hold different hours. One shows 12 past 2. Another waits at 6. A small carriage clock points toward midnight. None agree. That is part of the quiet. The bench carries the evening's unfinished work. A pocket watch lies open on a square of chamois. Its balance wheel has been removed. Beside it, a row of screws rests in a shallow tray. Each screw is smaller than a grain of rice. The tray has 7 narrow channels. A loop sits near the edge. Its black rim shines under the lamp. A faint circle marks the place where it was set down. The clockmaker's stool is pushed back. One leg touches a strip of worn floor. The leather seat holds a soft hollow. Above the bench, hand tools hang from tiny hooks. Tweezers, files, pin vices. Their shadows lean across the plaster. A long regulator clock occupies the far wall. Its glass door is open. The brass pendulum hangs perfectly vertical. The bob catches the lamp in one pale crescent. The rod rises into darkness. No tick follows. Rain moves across the shop front. The reflections slide over the floorboards. They reach the regulator and break against its base. Near the wall, a narrow cabinet contains labeled drawers. Mainsprings, jewels, hands, crowns. The lettering is faded but exact. Every drawer closes flush. Only one stands open by the width of a fingernail. Inside it, blue paper holds 3 moon-shaped springs. Their edges gleam. The paper has darkened at the folds. A wooden rack displays pocket watches without chains. Silver cases rest in shallow cups. One case bears a worn engraving of wheat. Another carries 2 initials. A third is plain. Their lids reflect the lamp in small, muted arcs. The workshop window looks toward the lane. A striped awning hangs above it. Rainwater drops from the lowest edge. Each falling drop distorts the glass for an instant. Street light stretches. Then the pane clears again. At the rear, a curtain divides the shop from the workroom. The fabric is dark red. A braided cord holds it to one side. Beyond it, another bench faces a smaller window. This bench is older. Knife marks cross its front rail. A dismantled mantel clock rests there. Its white dial leans against the wall. Roman numerals curve around a hairline crack. The clock's case stands empty. Dust has been brushed from the inner ledge. fresh strip of felt waits nearby. The felt is deep green. A chalk line crosses one end. Scissors lie open beside it. On the upper shelf, glass domes cover delicate mechanisms. One protects a brass anniversary clock. Another shelters a miniature lighthouse automaton. The lighthouse is no taller than a cup. Its painted windows are dark. A tiny mirrored sea circles the base. The mechanism beneath it has also stopped. The sea does not turn. The little tower holds its beam inside. Near the back window, a kettle sits on a cast iron stove. The stove has gone cold. A cup stands upside down on a cloth. The cloth carries a blue border. One corner has been repaired by hand. The stitches are almost invisible. A coat hangs behind the door. Rain has dried along the shoulders. A narrow measuring chain peeks from one pocket. The air carries beeswax, oil, and old paper. Nothing sharp. Nothing fresh from the street. The ceiling is crossed by dark beams. Between them, plaster shows a warm cream tone. A small crack runs toward the chimney breast. It stops above a framed certificate. The ink has browned with age. A gold seal still catches the light. Below it, a drawer clock waits on a testing stand. Its wooden dial is painted with roses. The hands meet at 4. A key rests beneath the stand. Its bow is shaped like a clover. The shaft points toward the bench. Near the floor, a basket holds discarded packing straw. A folded newspaper lines the bottom. Only the date can be read. Rain deepens outside. The lane grows emptier. The shop front gathers a darker reflection. Inside, the clocks hold their separate hours. The lamp hums faintly. The workshop settles around the silence. At the central bench, the open watch receives a narrow shine. A bridge plate brightens. Then the rain shifts the window light away. The loop rests near the edge. The tiny screws wait in their channels. Every pendulum has stopped, yet the old building still shifts around them. A beam gives one low wooden sigh. The sound crosses the cases. It reaches the glass. Rain carries it away. The lamp is low. Past the red curtain, the workroom narrows beneath the roof. The smaller window faces a courtyard well. Rain circles down the bricks. A pale drain pipe divides the view. Here the lamp does not reach. Light arrives from a frosted globe above the rear bench. Its glow is milk white and steady. A rack of unfinished hands stands below it. Some are blued steel, some are brass. One pair has been painted ivory. They are fixed into cork by their tips. Long minute hands rise above shorter companions. Their shadows make a fine forest on the wall. The cracked mantle dial waits nearby. Its numerals have been cleaned. A soft brush lies across the number 8. A saucer holds cloudy water from the work. Black dust has settled along the rim. The surface reflects the globe. Under the bench, a treadle lathe occupies a wooden frame. Its belt hangs slack. The wheel rests with one spoke at the top. A curl of brass remains beside the cutting tool. It is thin as ribbon. The end coils inward like a fern. Against the courtyard wall, pigeonholes contain envelopes. Each envelope carries a surname and a date. Some paper has turned the color of tea. One is tied with green thread. Another has a wax stain. A third bears a drawing of a missing gear. The clockmaker has written measurements around the drawing. Tiny fractions crowd the margin. A question mark sits beside one tooth. A cabinet above the pigeonholes opens with two glass doors. Within it, bottles stand in descending height. Oil, shellac, cleaning spirit. The smallest bottle has a ground stopper. The largest wears a paper cap. A drop of amber liquid clings inside one neck. Lower shelves hold boxes for finished repairs. Each box is lined with cotton. Blank tags wait beneath the lids. The nearest contains an empty impression. A round watch once rested there. The cotton has kept its shape. Farther back, a steep stair climbs to the loft. A chain crosses the first step. Its hook is fastened to an eye in the wall. The stair treads are narrow and dark. Their centers have been polished by years of shoes. Dust gathers only near the edges. Above, the loft hatch is closed. A seam of darkness outlines it. Rain taps somewhere on the roof beyond. The sound enters unevenly. 3 light drops. A pause. Then a soft scatter over slate. A tall case clock stands beneath the stair. Its hood has been removed and placed on a blanket. The exposed movement fills the upper frame. Wheels overlap in bronze circles. Teeth meet without pressure. A chain descends toward 2 iron weights. The weights hang at different heights. One nearly touches the floor. The other stops beside the waist molding. A paper label is pinned inside the case. It records the last cleaning. The ink is still blue. On the floor beside it, a shallow pan holds old oil. A faint rainbow crosses the surface. The colors shift when rain brightens the window. The courtyard drain begins to whisper. Water finds the pipe. The sound travels behind the bricks. It does not resemble a clock. It has no measured interval. It bends and thins as the rain changes. That loose rhythm passes through the workroom. Glass bottles answer with a brief vibration. The tall case remains silent. At a side desk, ledgers are stacked beneath a stone weight. Their cloth spines show years in gold. Several numbers have rubbed away. The upper book is open. A column lists repairs received in autumn. Another records dates returned. Between the entries, the clockmaker has drawn a small leaf. Its stem curls beneath the final line. The pencil point fades before the edge. A ruler lies across both pages. One end is stained dark by ink. The brass strip along its side has dulled. Near the desk, an umbrella dries in a copper stand. Its wooden handle curves toward the wall. 4 drops gather beneath the ferrule. The coat from the front room casts a narrow shadow through the curtain. Its measuring chain catches the rear light. For a moment, one link shines. Then the frosted globe steadies the room again. Ivory hands in the rack seem almost white. Blue steel turns toward charcoal. A small clock for a dollhouse occupies the corner shelf. Its face is smaller than a coin. 2 painted hands point to 9. The wooden case has a working door. A minute key hangs from thread beside it. The thread is knotted to a pin. Above the shelf, a framed photograph shows the workshop long ago. The same window appears behind 3 figures. The benches were new then. The faces are too dim to study. Aprons form pale shapes. A wall clock in the photograph points to another forgotten hour. Below the frame, a metronome stands among clock parts. Its wooden cover has been removed. The metal arm leans left. A scale of numbers runs behind it, grave near the base. Rain governs the room instead. It slips through the courtyard pipe. The metronome offers no reply. Under the bench, brass curls beside the lathe. Above it, unfinished hands point into the quiet. Glass receives the dawn. Toward morning, the rain becomes a mist. The lane loses its silver threads. Window glass turns gray. The workshop begins to separate from its shadows. Walnut cases emerge first, then brass rims, then the pale faces of clocks along the shelves. Their hours are easier to read now. 2:17, 6 exactly, 11:58. The difference between them feels gentle. Each dial preserves a private interruption. None demands correction before dawn. Under the green shade, the lamp grows warmer against the new light. Its circle tightens around the open pocket watch. Screws glimmer in their narrow tray. The empty space for the balance wheel is still precise. A bridge spans one side of the movement. Ruby bearings appear as dark red points. The clockmaker's loop rests beside the chamois. A single fiber clings to its rim. The black edge shows years of handling. Across the front room, rainwater leaves the awning in slower drops. They fall one by one. The lane receives each without echo. A bakery window glows at the far corner. Its light does not enter the shop. It draws a small gold rectangle on wet stone. Inside, the regulator clock stands with its door ajar. Morning settles on the pendulum bob. The crescent of lamplight becomes a full, dull circle. The rod disappears into the movement above. Fine suspension wire holds the weight. Everything is ready except motion. Beside the cabinet, blue paper in the open drawer has softened at its folds. 3 curved springs lie upon it. Their shadows are now visible. Labels across the drawer fronts can be read without the lamp. Escapements, staffs, pins, keys. A lower drawer carries no word. Its Its brass pole has been polished brighter than the rest. A small scratch arcs beneath it. At the rack of pocket watches, engraved wheat brightens along the stems. The initials on the next case become clear. A plain lid reflects the window. None of the cases opens. The rack leans back on its stand. Cotton cups cradle the silver. Through the red curtain, the rear room changes more slowly. The courtyard well holds a square of pearl-colored sky. Mist drifts past the drainpipe. The frosted globe is still lit. Its white circle meets the dawn without conflict. One light belongs to work. The other belongs to weather. On the bench, cleaned Roman numerals surround the cracked dial. The brush lies over 8. The saucer water has cleared near the center. A trace of black dust forms a crescent at the rim. The shape resembles a new moon. It trembles when water moves in the pipe. Underneath, the treadle lathe has gathered a cool sheen. Its top spoke points toward the bench. The slack belt curves between 2 wheels. The brass shaving beside the tool has not uncoiled. Morning finds every turn of it. The ribbon gives back a quiet yellow line. At the stair, the chain still crosses the first step. The loft hatch remains closed. Slate above receives the final mist. There are fewer taps now. Long spaces open between them. Within those spaces, the building can be heard. A joint settles near the chimney. Glass gives a tiny click inside one cabinet. The floor adjusts beneath the tall case. These sounds have no sequence. They do not count the minutes. They belong to wood, temperature, and weight. The exposed movement under the stair takes the gray light. Bronze wheels overlap. Iron weights hang at their unequal levels. The paper label inside the case reads clearly now. Cleaned in October. Return after testing. Testing has paused with the rest of the room. The blue ink carries no urgency. The pen holds the note flat.